November 28th, 2023. As a reminder, this is a public meeting. The session is being recorded this morning, so please ensure that your line is muted. For those of you that are calling in by phone, we will begin this morning's meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Crowley. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before we begin this morning, our general session agenda today, we'd like to recognize National American Indian and Alaska Native Heritage Month, which is celebrated each year in November. We recognize that our community is in what was the original homeland of the living nations of the Shawnee Tribe, the Delaware Nation, the Delaware Tribe, the Wyandot Nation, the Mingo Nation, and others. And we extend our gratitude and respect to the many indigenous people who call these lands home. We are committed to celebrating these Native communities and listening to and learning from Native voices from across our country each November and throughout the year. So thank you. We will begin this morning's agenda with Domestic Relations Court.
Resolution number 90823, resolution authorizing a First Amendment to the 2024 grant agreement with the Ohio Department of Youth Services in the amount of $80,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Barb Reeves, Deputy Director. This resolution is requesting an increase of $80,000 to the 2024 grant agreement with the Ohio Department of Youth Services for assessment and competency attainment services. Additionally, the mentoring program needs to be updated to reflect the correct legal name of a provider. Pending any questions, the court requests the approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 908-23.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 90823 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thanks, Barb. To the engineer.
Commissioner, we have a public hearing.
We have a public hearing this morning. Can the clerk please read the public hearing?
Final hearing for establishing, altering, and widening of Chambers Road, County Road number 56, from Kenny Road, County Road number 57, to Hess Boulevard, Clinton Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
All right, I'd like to open the public hearing for this resolution. Is there anyone here who would like to speak to this public hearing? Seeing none, I'd like to close the public hearing and have the clerk read the resolution into the record.
Resolution number 90923, final hearing for establishing, altering, and widening of Chambers Road, County Road number 56, from Kenny Road, County Road number 57, to Hess Boulevard, Clinton Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
Good morning, Commissioners. Brad Foster with Franklin County Engineers Office, along with Nick Soulis. Commissioners, the first resolution seeks approval for the right-of-way plans for Chamber Road and Kenny Road to Hess Boulevard Improvement Project. The project is funded by Community Development Block Grant funding through the Franklin County Economic Development and Planning Department. It is located in central Franklin County and Clinton Township and is a collaborative project between Franklin County and Clinton Township, which seeks to construct approximately 800 feet of sidewalk east of Kenny Road. Approval of this resolution authorizes the engineer to move forward with the acquisition process. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 909-23.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 90923 has been adopted.
All right, thank you. We also have a public hearing for resolution 91023. Can the clerk please read the public hearing?
Final hearing for establishing, altering, and widening of Brown Road, Township Road number 142, at Dyer Road, Township Road number 260, Jackson Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
Commissioners, this resolution seeks approval for the right-of-way plans for Brown Road at Dyer Road Improvement Project. The project is located,
Excuse me one second.
I'm sorry,
We have to open the public hearing.
my fault, I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
All right. I'd like to open the public hearing for this resolution. Is there anyone here who would like to speak at this public hearing? Seeing none, I'd like to close the public hearing and have the clerk read the public resolution into the record.
Resolution number 91023. Final hearing for establishing, altering, and widening of Brown Road, Township Road number 142, at Dyer Road, Township Road number 260, Jackson Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
All right, All set now. Commissioners, this resolution seeks approval of the right-of-way plans for Brown Road at Dyer Road Improvement Project. The project is located in southwest Franklin County in Jackson Township. The engineer intends to assist Jackson Township with the roadway improvement at this intersection. Approval of this resolution authorizes the engineer to move forward with the acquisition process. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval.
There are no comments or questions. Move for approval of Resolution 91023.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 91023 has been adopted.
All right, so we have a public hearing for Resolution 91123. Can the clerk please read the public record into the hearing, or please read the public hearing?
Plans approved for the improvement of Genesee Avenue from Stelzer Road to Mifflin Street, Mifflin Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
All right, I would like to open a public hearing for this resolution. Is there anyone here who would like to speak to this public hearing? Seeing none, I'd like to close the public hearing and have the clerk read the resolution into the record.
Resolution number 91123. Plans approved for the improvement of Genesee Avenue from Stelzer Road to Mifflin Street, Mifflin Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
Commissioners, this resolution authorizes plan approval for the improvement of Genesee Avenue from Stelzer Road to Mifflin Street. This project is funded by Community Development Block Funding through the Franklin County Economic Development and Planning Department. It is located in northeast Franklin County in Mifflin Township and seeks to improve drainage along Genesee Avenue. Construction is scheduled for winter of 2024. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 91123.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 91123 has been adopted.
All right. We now have a public hearing for Resolution 91223. Can the clerk please read the public hearing?
Establishing, altering, and widening of Cleveland Avenue at Dunedin Road and at Piedmont Road, Dunbar Drive, Clinton Township, Franklin County, Ohio. Viewed, engineer to file plans as necessary.
All right. I'd like to open a public hearing for this resolution. Is there anyone here who would like to speak to the public hearing? Seeing none, I'd like to close the public hearing and have the clerk read the resolution into the record.
Resolution number 91223, establishing, altering, and widening of Cleveland Avenue at Dunedin Road and at Piedmont Road, Dunbar Drive, Clinton Township, Franklin County, Ohio. Viewed, engineer to file plans as necessary.
Commissioners, on October 31st, 2023, the board adopted a resolution declaring necessary Cleveland Avenue at Dunnan Road and Piedmont Road at Dunbar Drive. And on November 21st, 2023, the Board of Commissioners viewed the said improvement project. The resolution authorizes the engineer to prepare plans necessary for the construction of this project and represents the second step in the legislative process. This project is funded by ODOT safety dollars and seeks to implement pedestrian improvements at these intersections. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 91223.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 91223 has been adopted.
All right. We have a public hearing for Resolution 91323. Can the clerk please read the resolution into the record?
Establishing, altering, and widening of Dempsey Road at Hempstead Road, Blendon Township, Franklin County, Ohio. Viewed, engineer to file plans as necessary.
I'd like to open a public hearing for this resolution. Is there anyone here who would like to speak to the public hearing? Seeing none, I'd like to close the public hearing and have the clerk read the resolution into the record.
Resolution number 91323, establishing, altering, and widening of Dempsey Road at Hempstead Road, Blendon Township, Franklin County, Ohio. Viewed, engineer to file plans as necessary.
Commissioners, on October 31st, 2023, the board adopted a resolution declaring necessary Dempsey Road at Hempstead Road. And on November 21st, 2023, the Board of Commissioners viewed the said improvement project. This resolution authorizes the engineer to prepare plans necessary for construction of the project and represents the second step in the legislative process. This project is also funded by ODOT safety dollars and seeks to implement pedestrian improvements along the corridor and the intersection. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 91323.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 913-23 has been adopted.
All right, we now have finally, we have a public hearing for Resolution 914-23. Can the clerk please read the record, or read the public hearing?
Establishing, altering, and widening of No Bixby Road commencing at Winchester Pike and continuing approximately 6,500 feet northeasterly along No Bixby Road, Madison Township, Franklin County, Ohio, viewed. Engineer to file plans as necessary.
All right, I'd like to open the public hearing for this resolution. Is there anyone here who would like to speak to the public hearing? Seeing none, I'd like to close the public hearing and have the clerk read the resolution into the record.
Resolution number 914-23, establishing, altering, and widening of No Bixby Road commencing at Winchester Pike and continuing approximately 6,500 feet northeasterly along No Bixby Road, Madison Township, Franklin County, Ohio, viewed. Engineer to file plans as necessary.
Commissioners, on October 31st, 2023, the board adopted a resolution declaring necessary No Bixby Road at Winchester Pike, continuing approximately 6,500 feet northeasterly along No Bixby Road. And on November 21st, 2023, the Board of Commissioners viewed the said improvement project. The resolution authorizes the engineer to prepare plans necessary for construction of the project and represents the second step in the legislative process. The project is also funded by ODOT safety dollars and seeks to implement pedestrian improvement projects along the corridor. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval.
There are no comments or questions. Move for approval of Resolution 914-23.
Second?
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 914-23 has been adopted. Resolution number 915-23, resolution authorizing the Franklin County Engineer to renew a contract with MP Dory Company for the 2024 Franklin County Traffic Signal Maintenance Program in the amount of $697,720.
Commissioners, this resolution seeks to renew the contract with MP Dory Company for the 2024 Franklin County Traffic Signal Maintenance Program in the amount of $697,720. The board approved resolution number 0906-22, awarding to MP Dory Company the contract for 2024 County Traffic Signal Maintenance Program. The contract allows for a maximum of 2 years extension with this agreement of both the contractor and the county engineer. This is the first renewal of this contract. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval.
There are no comments or questions. Move for approval of Resolution 915-23.
Second?
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 915-23 has been adopted. Resolution number 916-23, replacement or rehabilitation of various bridges and structures in Franklin County, Ohio, declared necessary.
Commissioners, this is our final resolution, and we seek to declare necessary the improvements of multiple bridge projects throughout Franklin County. That include Brand Road over Bishop Ditch in Washington Township, Hart Road over Wims Ditch in Franklin Township, Hahn Road over Grant Run in Jackson Township, Winchester Pike over Coble and Bowman Ditch in Madison Township, Wright Road over Pickering Creek in Madison Township. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 916-23.
Second?
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 916-23 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
to the county treasurer. Appreciate it.
Resolution number 917-23, resolution authorizing a contract extension with Point and Pay LLC for the Franklin County Treasurer's Office online payment system in the amount of $5,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Jacqueline Treadwell, Budget and Purchasing Coordinator for the Franklin County Treasurer. The Franklin County Treasurer's Office is seeking a resolution authorizing a contract extension with Point and Pay LLC for the online payment system. Point and Pay LLC was awarded a contract to provide an online payment system for the Franklin County Treasurer's Office on September 6, 2016, and said contract has expired. The Treasurer's Office requires an online payment system to accept treasurer's taxpayer payments. The term of the contract will not exceed 12 months, beginning the date signed by the Board of Commissioners through December 4th, 2024. The total contract shall not exceed $5,000 for services provided to the Treasurer's Office. Barring any questions, the Treasurer's Office respectfully asks for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 91723.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 91723 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Franklin County Children's Services.
Resolution number 91823, resolution approving the memorandum of understanding for the investigation of child abuse and neglect between Franklin County Children's Services and its community partners pursuant to revised code 2151.4220 through 2151.4234.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Katie Congrove, and I'm counsel for Franklin County Children's Services. For many years, the Public Children's Services Agencies of Ohio have been required to have a memorandum of understanding in place for the investigation of child abuse and neglect with community partners. Franklin County Children's Services has had such an MOU in place to delineate the roles and responsibilities for referring, reporting, investigating, and prosecuting child abuse and neglect cases in Franklin County. During the 134th General Assembly, House Bill 4 was passed and signed into law by Governor DeWine on February 28, 2022. Among other provisions, House Bill 4 set forth requirements for public children's services agencies and the Ohio State Office of Family and Children related to the county child abuse and neglect MOU. PCSAs, or Public Children's Service Agencies, are now required to ensure not only that the MOU is signed by the specific community partners outlined, including but not limited to juvenile courts, county prosecutor, county peace officer, and our county Department of Job and Family Services, but the MOU must now also be approved by our County Board of Commissioners and submitted back to the Office of Families and Children biennially. The first submission is due to that office by December 31st, 2023. The Office of Family and Children created a model template which has been utilized by Franklin County Children's Services in this instance. The MOU has at this point been signed by all of the necessary community partners and has been approved as to form by our county prosecutor. They have also signed. Pending any questions, we respectfully request approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 91823.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 91823 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Franklin County Data Center.
Resolution number 91923, resolution authorizing a 60-month service agreement with AT&T for AT&T switched Ethernet on-demand services in the amount of $102,888.
Good morning, Commissioners. Julie Lusk with the Data Center, and with me today is Data Center CIO Adam Frumpkin. As part of our network upgrade project, this resolution provides the county administrator the authority to execute documentation associated with the extension of our current AT&T agreement for 5 years. In early 2024, the data center and AT&T will upgrade the fiber network to ASC on demand, providing the faster and more reliable transfer of voice, data, and video. This agreement has been approved to form by the Prosecuting Attorney's Office and the technology by the Automatic Data Processing Board. Pending any questions, we respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 91923.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 91923 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thank you. The Economic Development and Planning Department,
Commissioner, we have a public hearing for that.
I apologize. We have a public hearing. Can the clerk please read the public hearing?
Resolving adverse effects to the historic Woodyard East Chapel Funeral Directors Building located at 2300 East Livingston Avenue, Bexley, Ohio, 43209 by the Bexley Apartments Livingston Project Undertaking.
All right, I'd like to open the public hearing. Is there anyone who would like to speak to the public hearing?
Commissioner Janine Hummer on behalf of the Prosecutor's Office, as well as representing Economic Development and Planning. Today you have before you the public hearing that is required by federal law as we move forward with this affordable housing project. The county is by federal law the responsible entity to HUD funding for this project. Since this project involves a historic structure, there are additional steps that need to be taken. This hearing is one of those steps to allow residents or others to come forward to present any information to the body responsible regarding the adverse effects of this project to the historic structure. You have met the requirement. You will have another hearing as well to allow the public to come forward, as this body is very interested in making sure that the residents of Franklin County are always able to provide input on any project. This matter will be journalized as having held a public hearing later.
All right, thank you. Are there any other speakers? All right, I'd like to close the public hearing.
Resolution number 9/2023, resolution authorizing the county administrator to enter into a funding agreement with the Affordable Housing Trust to create more affordable home ownership and rental housing and to strengthen neighborhoods within Franklin County in the amount of $4 million.
Assistant Director of Economic Development and Planning, Carolyn Thurman. The Affordable Housing Trust was created as an independent, not-for-profit entity in 2001 in response to the effort by the county and the city of Columbus to create more affordable home ownership and rental housing and to strengthen neighborhoods within Columbus and Franklin County. To support those affordable housing initiatives, the Franklin County Board of Commissioners shall grant to the Affordable Housing Trust 1/2 of the actual permissive conveyance tax collections. The installments allocated shall reflect the conveyance tax proceeds collected during the preceding quarter. For the 2023 program year, this program will be funded for a total of $4 million. Pending any questions, we respectfully ask for approval.
There are no comments or questions. Move for approval of Resolution 9/2023.
Second,
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
yes.
Resolution number 9/2023 has been adopted. Resolution number 9/2123, resolution authorizing the county administrator to execute a mortgage subordination and consent to the easement for the benefit of the easement between Marsh Brook Place LLC and Poplar Fence Place LLC.
The Board of Franklin County Commissioners, on behalf of Franklin County Economic Development and Planning, entered into a home loan agreement with Community Housing Network to loan $100,000 for a term of 20 years at 0% interest. CHN used the loan funds to make a loan to Marshbrook Place LLC to construct a 40-unit permanent supportive housing project located at 5981 Chatterton Road, Columbus, Ohio, 43232. The Marshbrook Place LLC has entered into a stormwater and access easement agreement with Poplar Fen Place LLC, the owner of the property which neighbors the project. This easement is needed to begin the construction of 44 units of affordable housing. Marshbrook Place LLC has requested that the county consent to the easement provided for in the stormwater and access easement agreement and subordinate and waive the priority of the lien on the project owner mortgage held by the county in favor of this easement. Pending any questions, we respectfully request approval.
There are no comments or questions. Move for approval of Resolution 9/2123.
Second,
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
yes.
Resolution number 9/2123 has been adopted. Resolution number 9/2223, resolution authorizing the Board of Franklin County Commissioners to sign the attached subordination agreement to allow Richard L. Cosner and Nancy L. Cosner to refinance their mortgage at 1455 Little Avenue, Township of Franklin, Ohio, 43223.
Richard L. Cosner and Nancy L. Cosner received a housing assistance grant on October 23, 2019 from the Franklin County Commissioners in the amount of $13,408.10. Richard L. Cosner and Nancy L. Cosner are requesting to subordinate our loan so that the borrower's loan with Nures LLC has a superior position to the lien held by Franklin County. The subordination shall be effective only as to the original principal amount of the loan amount and not to any modifications, extensions, or future advances. Subordination of the Franklin County mortgage is necessary for correct representation of the borrower. Pending any questions, we respectfully request approval.
There are no comments or questions. Move for approval of Resolution 9/2223.
Second,
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
yes.
Resolution number 9/2223 has been adopted. Resolution number 9/2323, resolution authorizing the Board of Franklin County Commissioners to sign the attached discharge of mortgage instrument for Laura Bowling at 1146 Hart Road, Township of Franklin, Ohio, 43223.
Laura Bowling received a housing assistance grant on November 12, 2019 from the Franklin County Commissioners in the amount of $10,421.50. The above housing loan was repaid or the terms have expired. The taxes are paid in current and require authorization to release and record. Pending any questions, we respectfully request approval.
There are no comments or questions. Move for approval of Resolution 9/2323.
Second,
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
yes.
Resolution number 9/2323 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Job and Family Services.
Resolution number 92423, resolution approving a TANF subaward agreement with Think Make Live Youth to facilitate programming to decrease youth gun violence in Franklin County in the amount of $100,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Vivian Turner, Chief Administrator for Franklin County Job and Family Services. Think Make Live has facilitated programming to decrease violence and increase positive development for young people within Central Ohio since 2016. They offered leadership training, career readiness, life skills, social justice, and community engagement programming with the goal of providing youth and young adults positive alternatives, outlets, and activities. Their Guns Down program is a pilot gun violence intervention program for youth between the ages of 14 and 18 who attend Independence High School. The program is designed to create a safe space where children will meet weekly during the school day and develop positive life skills. Guns Down participants will engage in activities designed to increase positive social skills, teach healthy conflict resolution, and build resiliency. In addition to attending the weekly sessions, participants will have the opportunity to meet with elected officials, increase their involvement in community-based social justice activities, and help organize a youth summit to be held in the spring of 2024. Weekly sessions will be held for a period of 20 weeks for 20 to 25 students. This resolution aligns with the Rise Together Blueprint Goal number 11. We also are pleased to have with us our Think Make Live Youth Executive Director, Terry Green, to answer any questions that you may have. And pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, I'm sorry. I didn't know if Terry wanted to speak. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. I'm trying to rush through.
Commissioners, Joy Bivens, Deputy County Administrator of Health and Human Services. I know that Terry is on the line. Mr. Green, just really quick, can you provide and send us over the data as to why we're targeting Independence High School? And then the other thing is, can we have you reach into our Director of Justice Policy and Program? As you know, the county has a global anti-gun violence initiative and trying to align our services as well. So we want to link you into that. I don't see him on here, but I want to make sure that we mention that and ask if those can be his action items.
We will certainly do that, CCA Bivens. We'll take care of that.
Okay. If there are no additional comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 92423.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 92423 has been adopted. Resolution number 92523, resolution approving a subaward agreement with City Year Columbus for youth educational support programming in the amount of $142,324.28.
The City Year AmeriCorps program has extensive history of delivering quality programming through work in schools to support student success and advance educational equity. The organization has partnered with schools in resource-limited communities for over 3 decades. Their signature Whole School Whole Child program provides students with individualized support and interventions aimed to get and keep youth on track so that they can progress at the same time as their peers. The carefully selected AmeriCorps young adults are trained to provide both educational support and mentoring services during the school day as well as after school. In the last award period, City Year Columbus enrolled and served over 400 youth in targeted elementary and middle schools. City Year currently provides its Whole School, Whole Child program at 8 schools across the city. Our funding will be used to specifically support the teams serving Trevitt Elementary, Starling K-8 School, Lyndon McKinley STEM Academy, Mifflin High School, Champion Middle School, and Windsor STEM Academy. City Year plans to serve 480 youth in the 6 targeted Columbus City schools. This resolution aligns with the Rise Together Blueprint, goal number 11, and pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 92523.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 92523 has been adopted. Resolution number 92623, resolution approving a subaward agreement with the Center for Healthy Families Incorporated for pregnant and parenting teen services in the amount of $250,000.
Commissioners, the Center for Healthy Families has provided coaching and support to more than 3,000 teen families in Franklin County and helped them move toward economic self-sufficiency since 2009. Their Healthy Families Connection Collaborative is a community and school-based program for teen parents. It uses evidence-based interventions that promote personal growth in the areas of health and wellness, parenting interventions, early childhood development, education, and career planning. They help create customized goal plans for pregnant and parenting teens working toward the ultimate goals of ensuring teen mothers give birth to healthy babies, avoid subsequent pregnancies, and graduate high school. They also place an emphasis on supporting teen mothers and fathers ages 13 to 19 and fostering healthy and supportive co-parenting relationships. Under the new agreement, the center will assist 100 eligible pregnant and parenting teens throughout Franklin County. This agreement aligns with the Rise Together Blueprint Goal number 11, and pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
I have a question. When was the last, I feel like we did a resolution for them for this or something similar. It doesn't seem like it was a year ago. Do you know, was it a year ago, or was there another resolution for supporting the Center for Healthy Families for pregnant teens?
There was another resolution supporting the Center for Healthy Families. It was an amendment to last year's agreement, Commissioner, adding some additional dollars to support them last year.
Okay, when was that amendment?
I believe that amendment probably would have been somewhere in mid to late September.
And what was that original award?
I don't have that in front of me, do I? I don't have it in front of me, but I will make sure we forward that information to your office.
This is
It was what?
President O'Grady, Commissioner Crowley. Don't remember the exact amount, but I am aware that this board supported the Day of the Girl, which was under the Center
Yeah.
for Healthy Families. We had all of the community partners that were participated in that effort last month. Therefore, that was an amendment to support the Day of the Girl activities under this organization.
Yeah, no, I know there was a
Yeah.
resolution for, I know more recently we did something for pregnant teens. That's what I was specifically asking for. So-
You are absolutely correct, Commissioner. We will make sure we will forward that information to your office.
Okay, perfect. I see the original one for $33,000, but I wanted to know what the amendment was. And then how many, that's the amendment, Commissioner. The amendment was 33,000. What was, do you know what the, oh, okay.
Commissioner Crowley, I'll allow our budget director, Zach Taylor, to.
The original of last year's was 250,000, so the amendment added the 33,000 to 283,212. And that was
Thank you.
Resolution 70923 on September 18th.
Okay, thank you. So I guess my question is, if the original was 250 and then we provided some additional funding, I guess, and I can't remember exactly why we needed to do the amendment, but why wouldn't it be for, I guess, a little bit more to cover whatever the difference was last year? If the numbers or the amount of teens served would be around the same amount. Does that make sense?
I believe that amendment was for a special program that they offered last year, Commissioner.
Okay,
Not around serving more teens, but specifically for a specific event that they held.
okay.
Okay.
And they won't be holding that event again? It was just a
Not
one-time?
according to their plan for this year.
We'll just do an amendment. Okay. And then if we can get a report on how many teens were served, that would be great.
Yes, I do have that information. 95 teens were served in the program last year.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. If there
Thank
are no
you.
additional comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 92623.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 92623 has been adopted. Resolution number 92723, Resolution approving a subboard agreement with the Educational Service Center of Central Ohio on behalf of the Franklin County Family and Children First Council for trauma-informed care training in the amount of $675,000.
Commissioners, the Franklin County Family and Children's First Council is a collaborative of child and family serving agencies. The Building Better Lives program provides trauma-informed care and youth resiliency training, coaching, and ongoing professional development for school educators. The overall goal of the Building Better Lives is for educators to develop and implement innovative approaches to help at-risk youth by increasing their executive functioning skills needed to succeed academically, supporting the attainment of a high school diploma, and transitioning successfully to post-secondary education or employment. And finally, to establish positive, stable life relationships, thus reducing the risk of poverty in these future generations. During the last program period, FCFC completed its engagement with the Southwestern School District. Overall data from that project has substantiated an increase of trauma-informed concepts being integrated within the classroom buildings where BBL program has been offered. Data has shown a 29% decrease in the amount of time spent in out-of-school suspensions by students in the Southwestern School District. They also introduced the trauma-informed care and youth resiliency concepts and strategies to over 700 educators in the Reynoldsburg City School District. The BBL team has also held training sessions for staff of local nonprofit agencies to increase the awareness of trauma and introduce trauma-informed care concepts for these specific work environments. Over 100 nonprofit staff participated in those trainings. Under this new agreement, FCFC will continue the Building Better Lives initiative in the Reynoldsburg School District. School staff at Livingston High School, Wagner Road Junior High, and Baldwin Road Junior High will receive training. FCFC will also continue to offer Building Better Lives training to Franklin County nonprofit organizations. This resolution supports goal number 11 of our Rise Together blueprint, and pending any questions, I request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 92723.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 92723 has been adopted. Resolution number 92823, resolution approving a subboard agreement with Image Character Etiquette Incorporated for Boys and Girls Youth Mentoring Programming and Services in the amount of $488,939.14.
Image Character Etiquette, or ICE, provides the Heritage Mentoring Program with a focus originally on young girls ages 12 to 18, referred by the agency's Family Stabilization Unit. This holistic mentoring program supports the needs of girls by offering leadership development, social-emotional learning, resiliency training, and creative arts. The participants were provided with a mentor on a weekly basis and participated in small group session discussions. To date, ICE has successfully mentored over 200 young girls referred from FSU. Under this new agreement, ICE will expand its mentoring program to engage both teen girls and boys ages 12 to 18 who are referred by FSU. The program activities for both groups place emphasis on character development, social connections, healthy lifestyles, self-advocacy, and exposure to professional mentors. The His Time mentoring program will support the needs of boys by facilitating programs rooted in mentorship, leadership development, resiliency training, and physical well-being. Participants will have the opportunity to gain skills in cultivating social connections and self-management. ICE will provide mentoring services to no less than 100 referred youth. This resolution is fulfills a long-term action step of our Wise Together Blueprint Goal number 11. And pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 92823.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 92823 has been adopted. Resolution number 92923, Resolution approving a contract agreement with Arbor E&T LLC, doing business as Equus Workforce Solutions for the Ohio Works First Work Activity Services and Management in the amount of $2,923,200.
Commissioners, adult cash assistance recipients, with a few exceptions, must participate in specified work activities as a condition of receiving cash assistance. In Ohio, the program known as Ohio Works First in our agency is the local governmental entity responsible for the administration of this program. Under this agreement, Arbor E&T, better known as Equus, and its partners, Goodwill Columbus, Jewish Family Services, and the National Center for Urban Solutions, will assist us with administering the OWF Work Activities Program, as well as components of the Achieve More and Prosper program that targets work-required young adults. During the previous contract period, Equus, along with its partners, served an average of 580 residents per month. Under this award, Equus will provide the following services for approximately 450 TANF-eligible work-required residents per month. They will identify and secure work experience sites, monitor and report weekly work participation hours, provide various workforce development services that advance self-sufficiency, and offer career advancement and supportive services. Additionally, Equus will be accountable for tracking resident progress and responsible for reporting on different aspects of the programming to JFS to ensure state and federal program compliance. Pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval Resolution 92923.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 92923 has been adopted. Resolution number 93023, resolution approving a subaward amendment with the Franklin County Office on Aging for Adult Protective Services, an increase of $2,234,000.
Our agency is required by the Ohio Revised Code to ensure adult protective services are available and provided to Franklin County residents 60 and over. We have historically partnered with the Franklin County Office on Aging to fulfill this requirement, and this amendment will extend that partnership through 2024. Office on Aging Adult Protective Services Unit will be responsible for investigating allegations of abuse, neglect, and exploitation of any person 60 years of age or older who reside in independent living arrangements. The Office on Aging APS will provide advocacy for client rights, investigations, court interventions, and other assistance to abused, neglected, and exploited vulnerable older adults so that they can be protected from individuals or environments that endanger their physical or emotional well-being. In this current program period, they have served over 1,000 seniors, and with this amendment, plan to serve an additional 1,800 seniors through 2024. Also under this amendment, the Office on Aging will continue to partner with the Franklin County Probate Court for the provision of adult protective care offered through the Franklin County Guardianship Board. Office on Aging APS refers adults who appear to be legally incompetent and have no family member or other individual available to provide guardianship to the Guardianship Service Board through the probate court. The board utilizes licensed social work model to manage cases and is available for referrals 7 days a week, 24 hours per day. Pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval Resolution 930-23.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 93023 has been adopted. Resolution number 93123, resolution approving contracts with the House of Hope for Alcoholics Incorporated and Mary Haven Incorporated for residential and non-residential treatment services in the amount of $205,000.
Commissioners, our eighth and final resolution for this morning, the Title 20 Social Service Program is intended to enable residents to improve self-sufficiency, support independent living, and strengthen family life. This resolution would approve contracts with the House of Hope for Alcoholics and Mary Haven to provide comprehensive alcohol and other drug treatment services for patients at all stages of recovery, including inpatient and outpatient care, medically assisted treatment, cognitive behavioral therapy, and other proven therapies through individual and group counseling settings. The House of Hope will provide treatment services for an estimated 1,400 low-income residents that require intensive residential treatment services for drug and alcohol abuse. Mary Haven will provide residential treatment for an estimated 30 low-income residents who are suffering from drug or alcohol addiction and require residential treatment. This resolution aligns with Rise Together Blueprint Goal Number 9, and pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 931-23.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 931-23 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thanks, Diane. To the purchasing department.
Resolution number 932-23. Resolution authorizing an equipment maintenance, software, and professional services agreement with DMT Solutions Global Corporation to provide a mail sorter unit and software solutions for the Franklin County mailroom in the amount of $569,779.34.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tracy Matthew, Assistant Director of Purchasing, and joining me this morning are Scott Duff, Mail Services Supervisor, and David Rosilli, Regional Sortation Account Executive with DMT Solutions Global Corporation's DBA Blue Crest Incorporated. As stated, this resolution would authorize an equipment, maintenance, software, and professional services agreement with DMT Solutions Global Corporation. The county, through the purchasing department, operates a mail services unit which is responsible for processing outgoing mail and interoffice mail for various Franklin County agencies, boards, courts, and commissions. This responsibility requires the use of high-performance equipment and modern technology. Under this contract, which is offered through DMT Solutions Global Corporation's NASPO Value Point Master Agreement, together with the participating addendum between the State of Ohio and DMT Solutions Global Corporation, the county will secure one Criterion Elevate mail sorter machine to replace the legacy mail sorter machine, which is no longer compliant with USPS requirements, nor is it able to be updated to become compliant. The new sorter offers reliable and efficient processing of large volume mailings. Leveraging the advanced technology and speed of this sorter is anticipated to produce cost savings to the county. The equipment, maintenance, software, and professional services agreement will be in effect for a 5-year period and will not exceed a total cost of $569,779.34. Data board approval was secured on November 13th under Data Board Resolution number 23131. Pending any questions, I respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 932-23.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 932-23 has been adopted. Resolution number 933-23. Resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $860,245.07.
Thank you for that approval of the previous resolution. Commissioners, joining me for a second resolution is Tamika Bunkler, Economic Equity Administrator for the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. This resolution requests your approval of 105 purchase orders for which the county auditor has pre-certified available funding. Tamika has the supplier diversity data for the week. Good morning, Tamika.
Good morning. 9 of the purchase orders presented today are being awarded to small businesses and totaling $114,633.51. 2% are being awarded to locally disadvantaged businesses and 1% to minority-owned businesses. Another 1% to small businesses and 5% to women-owned businesses. Once these are approved, 5 agencies have provided equitable and inclusive opportunities to small businesses this week. These agencies include Court of Common Pleas, Domestic Relations and Juvenile Court, the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, Public Facilities Management, and Probate Court. Pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for approval of Resolution 933-23.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 933-23 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, to the Board of Commissioners.
Resolution number 81123, resolution authorizing non-general fund appropriation adjustments for the provision and maintenance of zoological park services and facilities.
Kenneth Wilson, County Administrator. I would recommend that this resolution be postponed until the general session meeting on December 12, 2023.
Move to postpone resolution 811-23 to general session on December 12, 2023.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 81123 has been postponed until December 12th, 2023.
Before we, I'm sorry, Clerk, do we have any generalizations?
We do not.
All right, before we conclude, today is the final general session for one of our employees, Lauren Rummel, our Government Affairs and Ethics Director, who's seated in the back of the room. Lauren has been an employee of the the county for, I don't know, how many years now? A little over 13 years. She spent a large number of or many of those years working in my office, and then has been working for the Board of Commissioners. Well, worked for JFS for a while, but has now worked for the Board of Commissioners for all three of us for the last number of years as our Government Affairs Director at the State House. And so wanted to publicly say thank you to Lauren as she moves on to another opportunity for the Workforce Development Board. So thank you, Lauren. I know Friday is your last day working for the county, so thank you for your 13 years of service to the residents of Franklin County and all that you've done on behalf of Franklin County, so thank you.
If I may, President
please,
O'Grady.
please.
Yeah, it's kind of bittersweet. Hate to see you go, Lauren. I have not had the opportunity to work with you that long here at the board, but have worked with you when I was in the legislature. And you are just phenomenal and just have a heart and spirit of gold. I want to say the first time we really engaged, it was right after I met with the Board of Commissioners to talk about the mandate that was getting ready to go into place for Step Up to Quality. And it was like, oh, we about to set some stuff on fire. We're gonna put 2 amendments in the budget to, one, like postpone this, the mandate from going into place, and then one for like, I don't know, $5 million or something like that to have, to support like all of the JFSs, and that created quite a stir, but got the result that we wanted. The mandate ended up getting pushed back anyways because of COVID, but ultimately JFS has got support or some additional dollars, grant dollars to support our child care centers. And I was just like, I knew we were going to be, it was going to be a match made in heaven, and we were going to have a great relationship from then on. I was like, she was willing to go into the trenches with me to support our families. And, anything that I've asked for or information, you have always just been timely. And I just, I'm going to miss working with you in this capacity, but looking forward to all that you'll do at the Workforce Development Board, and congratulations.
Well, I certainly hope Director Pat McDaniel knows what she's getting, because as I've said to Administrator Wilson many times, if I had 10 Lauren Rummels, I'd rule the world, so, you know. All right,
Yeah,
well,
we are definitely better for you have been working here.
yeah.
President O'Grady, Commissioner Crawley, that is one of the quotes of all quotes, but I can't say that I disagree. During Lauren's tenure, I go back to when she joined us as a intern when she was finishing doing her master's work at The Ohio State University's John Glenn College. And I knew right away that she was different. She had something extra. She was one of those young people that you see that are a star among stars, with a lot of smart people in the room. And I've always been a fan of Lauren and her work, because she's also been humble and hungry to learn. She never walks into the room and gives off this air of I Know It All, even though she does know a whole lot. So I've always admired that in Lauren, and I'm looking forward to seeing her do great things. As I've told her personally, this is just one stop along her journey, and who knows, I believe her journey can bring her back to Franklin County in an elevated role one day. I'll be waiting. I'm hoping someone leave a light on for you, Lauren. Even if I'm not around, I hope somebody leave a light on for you to come back, because public service means a lot to me. And to have individuals with your talent engaged in public service in Franklin County, every resident every day is better for it. As many young people that we can retain, I'm working at that every day because that's what makes it possible for us to give the top tier service to our residents that we strive for every day. You see those words above your head, Lauren: service, progress, and excellence. Young people like you contribute to that, so I will say thank you, because you've contributed to those words above your head, and you've been a valued member of Team Franklin County.
All right, well, if there's nothing else, that concludes our general session agenda for November 28th, 2023.
Happy Tuesday.